This is Shantae with Just How I Planted, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. You might know me on Facebook and Instagram as the owner and creator of The Grow Girl Planter. And if you don't know me, go ahead and get to know your girl and follow me on my social networks. I'll be sure to link them below. Today, I am going to be bringing in my outdoor plants back indoors for the winter. It's starting to get cool. It is late September at the time of this shooting, and so we're just going to be treating my plants that are currently outside for bugs and then bringing them back in and restyling them. Now, of course, over the summer I have bought a number of plants, and I have no idea where I'm going to put them. So come along on this journey with me while we figure this out. And without any further ado, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And comment down below that you subscribe so I can greet all my new followers. And let's get into this video. Okay, so I am standing here with my big, beautiful Majesty palm, which I purchased this summer. It has never been in my house, so where I'm gonna put it, I don't know. We're gonna figure it out together. But it has been outside the whole summer. And if you saw my last video where I watered one of my plants and like bugs just crawled to the surface, like, ugh, I cannot do it. So we are going to treat these bugs, and I have a big old bag of diatomaceous earth. I have never used it, but you know, TikTok and YouTube said this is the stuff. They say it rips the bugs to shreds. So I'm going to use this for both my outdoor plants and for some of my indoor plants that I'm struggling with fungus gnats. So I have my handy dandy plastic spoon, and I am just going to sprinkle it over top of the soil. And they say this is supposed to work in a matter of days. Now, so from what I've been told, this only works if your soil is dry, because if your soil is wet, it will be kind of mushy and it's not going to be very effective. So you want to keep your soil dry. So you probably don't want to top water. Due to a lot of background noise when I shot this video, I'm going to be taking over in voiceover land. So this planter has a hole so you can bottom water, or it's a self-watering pot, because like I said, you do not want to get the diatomaceous earth wet. So all you have to do is water within that hole if you have a self-watering planter, and if you don't, you can just bottom water. And bottom watering is when you just place your whole pot within a bucket of water, and then the plant can wick up the water from the bottom as it needs. Next, we're going to give this baby a haircut because it's been sitting out in the sun, and it has some dry leaves, some yellow leaves, some brown leaves, and you know, a little haircut never hurt anybody. So just before I bring it in, I'm just going to go through and trim out anything that is unsightly, anything that is, you know, a little fried on the ends, and just make sure that she is looking her best before we bring her in. Alright, so we're just going to clean up the pot before we bring it inside. I'm just using some dish soap and an old cloth I have that was laying around in the house. Another thing I forgot to mention about this diatomaceous earth is that it is toxic to humans and pets, so I made sure to get the food grade just because I have 2 small children, so be mindful of that when you are ordering your diatomaceous earth. All right, we made it. All right, now to figure out where this thing is going to go. All right, so I'm just standing back and I'm just trying to get an idea of how it will look. But yeah, so you see how it's symmetrical. Ideally, I would want them both in the same planter, but that planter was not cheap, okay? It was like $60 at Lowe's. So for now, it's going to stay in this planter. And now I'm going to move everything out of this corner and move the Majesty palm in there and just see how it's gonna work in this space. I made a piece of plant wire. I took 2 pieces and I twisted them in the middle, and I'm just going to try to secure this up a little bit just so it's not hanging, because I still do need to get over to this window. This one looks like it's putting out a new frond, so I don't want to secure it over there. Maybe over here. Maybe over here. Okay. Okay, just so it's not so crazy, but it's no taming this thing. It's crazy, but I think I'm liking it there. Now the only thing, I don't know if I should leave her because she's so massive. Should I just leave her here by herself, or should I style other plants around her? I feel like me just letting her be selfish and having all the light is not making the best use of these windows. So I feel like I might put the rest of my plants back over here. So let me move. Let's see. Ficus Audrey here, and I think I'll put her right here. This box is like, it holds all my cables and everything, and it's not very pretty, so I'm going to try to camouflage it with some plants. And this baby doesn't go here, so I'll put it there. And then I have another ficus burgundy. So I like to style in threes, and I'm thinking I like this assortment. Okay, so now the issue is trying to divvy up the light. So I have this dumb cane here, which does not need as much light. I have an alocasia outside that I'm trying to bring in. And so my alocasias, I like to pop them like right in front of the window. I have this large ficus, this fiddle leaf fig right in front of the window. And so maybe I'll move it over to the right, move the dumb cane over to the left of the fireplace, try to cover up some more of those cords, and then I can bring my elephant ear over here. Ficus burgundy on this table here. And yeah, I know I just said I like to style in threes, but I have way too many plants for that to even be the case. So I have, what is this, 2, 4. So I'm at least going to put one other plant here. That way it is in an odd number, because odd numbers are more aesthetically pleasing to the eye. So let me figure out what else I want to go over in this area. So let's do a quick gloss over of all the plants that need homes that are currently outside. I am in my backyard. There are more plants on my front porch, but you know, I don't want to overwhelm myself, so we're going to start here. Some of these things are dead and will remain outside, like this one right here. I have this Alocasia Regal Shields. Now I have 2 of these, and I'm considering maybe repotting them both in one pot so I can have them in the same place and have less to worry about. This is my gazebo, and I have several plants out here that need homes as well. Oh my gosh, maybe I can put this one right there. It's several contenders for where I want something in front of the fireplace. So maybe this one, this giant Alocasia here that also needs a lot of sun. But I have south facing windows in my bedroom, so maybe it should go in my bedroom. I'm not sure yet. I forgot all about this one. This is my, what are you? Yucatan Princess. So I think I'm going to put this one in the living room. This will be my 5th plant that I have. So yeah, back to the tour of all the plants that need to come in the house. This one is also dead, so that one will remain out here. But I have this enormous fan palm that I have no idea where it's going to go. I have these snake plants that I did a snake plant wall. I'm not sure if you guys saw that video. I will link it in the description, but they are in rectangular planters, so I think I'm going to plant them back in their original planter and move them inside for the winter. It's just so many things that need to go inside, so I'm going to start off slowly. So as I mentioned before, you want to try to keep your diatomaceous earth dry, so I'm just going to pour water in the bottom of this basin and let the plant bottom water. So this is not a self-watering pot like the palm, but it'll still work the same. The plant will wick up whatever water it needs, so I'll be sure to come back and check on it and make sure it's not sitting in water. Then I also have a self-watering spike, so I can fill this bottle up, place it back in here, and then the plant will draw water up down below, and I can keep my diatomaceous earth dry. All right, so here is how it's looking so far. I am really loving it. Now I'm going to try to work on this corner. My fiddle leaf fig is putting out some new growth. I transferred both things. This large one was in leca, and so it's putting out new leaves for the first time since I transferred it, so I'm excited about that. But I think I'm going to try to push it closer to the wall so I can surround more plants around it. My only issue is when we go to close our blinds, our curtains at night, like trying to reach past all these plants to close the curtains. So I'm trying to be mindful of that. But yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so I decided to place my other table in this corner. So we're just gonna try it out, and I am going to bring in my other philodendron hope. I have two of these plants, and I think I'm going to try to see how it looks right here. Either that or my regal shield. So I'm gonna try them both out and see which one I like. So it has been many weeks since I initially shot this video, and of course this corner has evolved again. I now have my monstera here, and then I brought in one of my mini alocasias and I stuck it down here in this corner, and then I have another alocasia here. I'm not really sure. I think this is just called an elephant ear. I'm not sure of any other name for it, but I did pick this up from Lowe's, and I put two in one pot, and I just love it so much. So I have that here, and then I have my philodendron hope right here, and then I have a dumb cane. I have also found a better solution for my cords. I just got this little white storage box from Home Goods, and it has holes so all my cords can breathe. And so this is just what this corner is giving, and I'm currently loving it, but I constantly move my plants around. Do you guys move your plants all the time like me? Let me know down in the comments. Also in this corner over here, this is my current setup. I have pushed the large fiddle leaf fig backwards, and I moved my ficus Audrey over here, and then I have my alocasia, my big alocasia, I put right here, so it's getting light from not only the window but also from a grow light right here. I'm still really undecided on what to do with this large palm. I found this cute little basket at Goodwill. I'm sure it's not intended to be a plant basket, but everything can be used for plants if you're creative enough. So this was only like $7, so I went ahead and put the plant in here, and right now I just have it pushed off to the side because no matter where I put it, it's hitting somebody in the face. So I'm not really sure what to do with it as of right now. I have started repotting some of my snake plants, and so they are here in my foyer because it doesn't get very much light, but I still wanted something cute to go here. All right, here's on my front porch, and I have all of these plants to move inside. The cacti are going to go in my bedroom because I have south-facing lights there. I also have my husband putting up some shelves in my bathroom that are not quite up, so I won't be able to put other plants there, but I just have so many plants that we have to build more shelves. So what I'm going to try to work on now, I have some cacti over there, and then I have a couple things hanging in the tree, and that's the last of everything I need to move in. But as for my mini cacti that I had up on my front porch, I put as many as I could right here in my hallway. So this is right here in the stairwell, and this is a south-facing window. So I put as many plants, as many cacti here, preferably my taller ones, because I knew it would be hard for me to put them other places. And then I have one of my Regal shields here, and it is loving this spot. Since I've put it here, it has just been flowering nonstop, and I did not even know that Regal shields could flower. So yes, definitely try to keep them in as similar as sunlight as they were getting outside. And so most of these were right here on the porch getting south facing light, so when I moved them in, they transitioned pretty well. Okay, TikTok gave me an idea to put shelves over the windows just to make more room for plants. And so my husband was gracious enough to complete this task for me. So now I have even more space, because everybody knows the little windowsill is not enough. So I'm now able to fit, what is this, 2, 4, 7 plants over here instead of the 4 that initially I had. And then just along this other south facing window, I have stuffed a gang load of more plants here. I picked up this cute clothing rack. It's a double rack. I got it from Amazon, and so I have some hanging plants here. I had some down here on this rack, but because it is metal, it started to dent, so I need to find plants that are not as heavy to put down there. And then of course on the windowsill, I have lots of cacti and plants that could benefit from south facing light. My husband also added a couple shelves for me in our master bathroom, which is currently being renovated. So, I'm not about to pan. But you can see that I have put a bunch of stuff in here as well. And I am clearly running out of room to put plants. And then in my guest room, I have added more plants in here as well. And I've tried to start utilizing the walls more, just because, like I said, I'm running out of room. And then of course my high humidity loving plants I have added back into the greenhouse cabinet, like my Hoyas and a couple alocasias and even some micans I have in there propagating.